Hello everyone, I'm one of the PGA professionals from Huddersfield Golf Club, and today we're joined by Toheed.
Hello.
And he's got a Sim Max 2 in the bag. So we're going to be testing Toheed's Bullet Driver against the Sim Max 2. This is one that Toheed's being fitted for, and the way we're going to do this is Toheed's going to hit 2 balls with his own driver using a yellow ball, and then he's going to hit 2 balls with the Sim Max 2 driver with the white ball. Now, Toheed's, you were a little bit disappointed after the fitting, weren't you?
Frankly, I was expecting from these big dogs to do a lot better than what they did in the fitting room. I was expecting, for example, there should be huge, significant difference between a 20-pound worth driver and a 500-pound worth driver. I was expecting more, let's put it that way. I'm not saying it wouldn't make huge difference to the good golfers, but from beginner's point of view, I was a little disappointed on the figures shown on the tech. I believe there has been a lot of AI and VR, and now we're talking about augmented reality and this and the other, and they do all sorts of tests. And I was not very impressed, let's put it that way.
Yeah, and I think, do you know, there's a lot of my friends starting golf this year that are sort of considering spending £300 on a driver. And I think this would be a great video for anybody to watch that, you know, might be like Toheed, that started golf for the last couple of years and got the first ever driver, and curious how much they can actually gain from one of the, you know, the big dogs, as you call it.
Yeah, but it could be perfectly fine for the person who's been playing golf for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But for a person like myself who just started and moving on to these Sim 2, for example, Max 2. Is it Sim 2 or Max 2?
No, it's a Sim Max 2, yeah.
Sim Max 2, okay, I'm not wrong. It could work perfectly well for somebody else. I'm just giving my own opinion as a beginner, and that's what matters for me. I have to speak my mind. I have to give you however I felt.
Yeah. So this Sim Max 2 driver has been fully fitted. You know, we've optimised the distance for him. We've got him the right shaft, the right loft. And, you know, in the net, it was marginal, weren't it? I think there might have been 10 yards in it, which, you know, I said to Toheed, you know, there's a lot of low handicap golfers that would probably pay a lot of money for an extra 10 yards. I mean, stick in the comments, guys, how much would you pay for an extra 10 yards in your game? But Toheed being new to golf, he was saying, well, no, that's rubbish, you know, £400, it's only 10 yards further. So what we said we'd do is we'd get on the course in reality and we'd actually test it to see what the gains are out here.
Yeah, 10 yard, I think you can use a bit of muscle, you know.
So the driver Toheed's testing today, the Sim Max 2, when we fitted him, he came out at a 9-degree loft and a stiff shaft, which is absolutely crazy for a new golfer. But it was the only way that we could control his spin and we could control his lunge. You know, and when we did the fitting, it didn't actually make his dispersion any worse. So, you know, I said to Toheed, you know, not many new golfers would be fitted for a 9-degree stiff, but it just shows you now how important a fitting is, because I think a lot of people starting golf might be advised to get, you know, a 13.5-degree regular, and you know, if Toheed tried that kind of drive, you know, it'd be coming down with snow on it. So, yeah, so we're going to go and we'll do this testing, and we'll give you an honest opinion. It's a good strike, cut out to the right.
Yeah, sliced quite.
Still in play though, you know, as always with Toheed, even when he does get that cut, it is in play.
Well, you remember when I popped into your shop, very first time, this is the first driver caught my eye.
Yeah.
It was displayed on the right. As soon as I looked at it, I thought, I liked it.
I think that's credit to Taylormade's marketing team, because I was very impressed when I tested their clubs, you know, how aesthetically pleasing it looks.
Yeah, I didn't know the clubs are tailor-made. I thought they custom fitted.
Oh, that is a beauty.
That is a good shot.
That is an absolutely beauty. So I think Toheed's just made a great point there. It's, you know, sometimes not just about, you know, performance gains. It can be about, you know, changing your club because it's more enjoyable to use. It feels better.
That's a great point, because I haven't started golf to be a professional. I started golf to enjoy myself and as a hobby. So I think if something looks good in your bag and you like to play with it, I think that's what matters. You will enjoy more. I think that there's no doubt about it in my mind.
I agree. So we've just found Toheed's ball, the yellow ball, which was the bullet.
Yeah.
Which sliced, it faded, so he's in the bunker.
Yeah,
We've got a bit more than 10 yards with a Sim Max 2.
definitely.
I think Toheed might be a bit less worried about spending £400 now. We'll go show you where this one's finished. It were an absolutely incredible strike. So I think ball flight wise was, you know, why it's gone a lot further, a lot stronger ball flight. It didn't fade so much, it was a bit straighter. It still had his, you know, his fade, but it wasn't out of control, you know. It was more penetrating, and I guess because of that it's rolled a little bit further, so it must be at least 30 yards longer. Here we are. I'm just going to show you where we've just come from as well. So it was the bunker that's just in front of that green, so maybe, what would you say that is to 25, maybe 30 yards?
Yeah.
I do apologise as well, we did say we were going to play 2 balls each, but for speed of play, you know, there's people people still playing golf, there's matches on, so rather than holding anybody up, we've just decided to play 1 ball each. But we'll probably play a couple more rolls if we can, you know. But I was surprised at that one, were you?
Yes, because he sliced less.
Yeah.
I think there was a little bit forgiveness in this.
Sliced less, and also the ball flight was a lot stronger, and I think that's why it's gone a lot further.
Yes.
So we're going to go and hit off the second hole now, and we'll bring you the results. So we're on the second hole now. He's going to hit the bullet with the yellow ball. Oh, that's a great strike. That is as good as I've ever seen him hit a drive.
Yeah, I think this was the best one so far.
I think that's going to be hard to beat. If the Taylormade beats that,
no.
Then
This was
wow.
so far. I think this was the best shot.
That is the best shot I've ever seen you hit.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yes.
I've told Toheed when he comes up to practice, if he's going to practice the correct, you know, technique, not to hit too many balls. So if you are, you know, starting golf, you know, a bit more in the middle of your life, just be careful not to strain yourself by doing too much.
No, it's a big test for it.
It's a big test for the Sim.
It's a big test for the Sim.
Big test. Don't try and swing, you know, don't try and hit it too hard. Just put a normal swing on it.
Okay.
Well.
Equally good.
Wow. An equally good connection, but it's going to land in the rough, unfortunately.
Yes, that's the only difference.
But I'm excited to see, you know, the difference here.
Yes.
Because I think if the Sim has kept up, I think if the Sim has kept up with a bullet and landed in the rough, then there's a lot to be said.
Yeah. On top of that, because I was more conscious about my slice, and this is better driver.
Yeah.
So it does not. I tried to control slice, and it stayed left.
Yeah. So
because I hit in a way that even if it slices, it stays in fairway.
Yeah.
That's why I hit it towards left, but it went absolutely straight.
But it went left, and a lot of people do that, don't they? We can agree with that. We've all done that. The bullet was definitely a bullet on that occasion.
A proper bullet.
Absolutely, he's hit it a mile.
And it was par 4, wasn't it?
I'll tell you what, I can see the Taylormade driver, and it's very close.
Yes.
The Taylormade ball, it's probably makes it. It's not beat the bullet, I don't think. I'm going to show you this, guys. But the bullet got bulleted.
Yeah, definitely.
Foxy would say it's, what does he say now? Philip Senderos. It got the full Senderos.
Look at that.
Oh, it isn't the Taylormade ball I can see, so we still don't know yet if it has outdriven it.
I can see it with this.
So here we are. This is the drive that Toheed hit right from down there as well. I mean, that's incredible.
What would be the distance about? What's the total distance of this
The
par?
total distance, I believe it's about 270.
And it's only 30.
So you've hit about 250 uphill.
Yeah.
Where is the Taylormade ball? Can you see it?
Yes.
Oh, there.
It's towards here somewhere.
Let's have a look. Oh yeah, here it is.
Here it is.
Here it is. So you can see this rough ground. Obviously, there's going to have been no roll here with this.
Yeah. Yeah, no roll whatsoever.
No roll. Let's have a look. So 2 good shots.
Yeah.
I think if you'd have hit the Taylormade straight on that occasion,
it would
might
have
be
gone further.
Pretty similar here, maybe.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Let's have another hole. So we've got the bullet driver on the 3rd. Oh, that's a nice strike. Just drifting a little bit to the right. It's still going to be in play. You might have just seen that bounce down there. So
yeah, close to the tree.
Close to the trees, but still in play. We're going to hit the Taylormade driver, and then we're going to make some sort of conclusion on this one, guys. We're going to wrap it up. I mean, I've seen this situation so many times, you know, working in the golf industry, and you know, I'm going to be able to give you a great conclusion on this, and obviously Toheed as well. Good drive, a little bit of fade. It's actually quite a similar shot shape to the first one, isn't it?
Just right, little bit further than that.
Yeah.
And
I think this is going to be a great two shots though, to actually have a good comparison, because shape of shots were very similar.
But they both sliced in the same direction and landed very close to each other.
Yeah, so let's have a look, guys. Let's see where they've gone. So Toheed's just asked a great question there. He's asked, why do people think a 9 degrees hard to hit? And the reason why people think that is because, you know, most sort of beginner sets or newer golf clubs would come with like a high lofted driver, a 12 degree driver.
Right.
And the reason is because the more loft, the more backspin the driver creates. And if the driver's creating backspin, then it minimises the amount of side spin that you impart on the ball. So if you do catch one with a slice or a draw, the shape of the shot wouldn't be as exaggerated if there's more loft.
Okay.
Because the driver would import more backspin that keeps the ball, you know, it helps it fly straighter.
Yeah.
So that's why people would relate a 9 degree to being less forgiving.
Okay.
But with Toheed, when he had his fitting, he's got a good angle of attack. He hits up on the ball. So, you know, he creates a good launch angle and needs a 9 degree to control the trajectory. So, you know.
Right, okay, but although I have 9 degree, but it's still quite high and the trajectory is very similar.
Yeah, I think it is still quite high, you know, but where do we go? You know, we've optimised as much as we can on the driver, and this is the thing, guys, you know, you can't, when I say we've optimised it, we can't go any lower on the loft, because you get to a point where you have to work on the swing. So we're just looking for a yellow ball, which I think we can see here. Yellow ball's the Bullet, right? Yeah,
it's here.
Bullet. Oh, they're together.
Yes.
They're together, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, no.
That's yellow.
That's yellow. Taylormade's a little bit further.
And
that probably is only about 10 yards.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah, so not a great deal of difference. But it's 2-1 to the Taylormade.
Even less than 10 yards.
So we've come inside for a little bit of warmth, just to conclude on things.
Yeah, it's lovely here.
It's lovely and nice. Yeah, we've got a coffee. Toheed's got his Taylormade cup. We've converted him. But how did you think it went?
I think when I played best shot with Bullet, it was like a Bullet.
Yeah, it were.
And overall, definitely TM Max 2 is the winner because of the feeling, the balance when I hit, and I feel more comfortable and confident hitting with Taylormade. Overall, it sliced less as well, comparatively, and it was more straighter, more forgiving. I think, of course, it's a better driver. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I think you know, let's be totally honest here. Let's go back to your original criticism, and you know, not criticism, but you didn't feel like, you know, that 10 yards was enough to value changing to a £400 driver. There'll be a lot of new golfers out here now and probably wanting a conclusion on that. Is it worth £400 more? It's a lot of money.
But I look at it a kind of long-term investment. For example, for a couple of years or 4 or 5 years, because I'm a new in the course. So I might not change for next 5 years. So it's a value for money if you play 5 years and enjoy for 5 years.
Yeah,
so
I think that's a good point. I think if I could just add in there as a, you know, putting a professional point of view on it, is that I feel that technology in drivers doesn't move on every single year.
Right.
So I think if you were on a budget, and Toheed's, you know, not, he wants to buy a set for the long term, you know.
Yes.
But if you were on a budget, I think you could get a driver that's maybe a 2017, 2018 model that would maybe improve on the Bullet's performance, maybe not be quite as good as the Sim Max 2,
yeah.
but maybe you only pay half the price, maybe £200. So
if you look at the bigger picture, and then I think it's a good investment.
Yeah.
Paying a couple of £100 extra for, if you divide that to 5 years.
Yeah.
So it's not even £15-20.
I would completely agree with that. If you're somebody who's going to be like Toheed and is probably going to play 20, 30, maybe even 40 times a year, then I would completely agree on that. However, some of my friends who are buying golf clubs this year and might only play 5 or 6 rounds, then your return on that kind of investment, you're probably not going to get as much value. So no, I completely agree in your situation. But if you are new to golf,
on top of that, you can't put a price to your enjoyment, because if you're adopting a hobby and that's your only hobby, so you're spending that money on yourself. I think it's worth every single penny, I believe, because that's how that's the reason we live, and that's the reason we work in life, to enjoy ourselves at the same time. I think I worked hard in life. I think I'm quite happy to spend that money.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, one of our members popped in today and he's bought a Scotty Cameron putter. And we had this bit of a conversation saying how much it is to buy a brand new item that's not used.
Right.
And he mentioned it and he said, it's a bit of retail therapy. He's not feeling the best at the minute, and buying something really nice makes him feel better, so why not? But I think in conclusion to performance, it was certainly better than the Bullet, and I think that where I thought it was better is on the miss hits. When Toheed hit the miss hit on the second with the Taylormade driver and he pulled it slightly, it was still very much in play, and it was as long as, within fractions of the best bullet driver that you hit, the best contact you hit with a bullet. I think on the first hole, when you hit a really bad drive with the Bullet, it was 30 yards short of the Taylormade. And that's the difference, guys. It's not improving your good shots; it's making your your worst shots better.
Absolutely.
And when you hit the miss hits with the Taylormade, you don't lose as much distance. And that's what we saw today. So, I think in conclusion, as you can see, So he's got the Taylormade
That's a conspiracy against me. He made this coffee for me.
I've set him up there. But I think are you feeling a bit happier than after the fitting?
I think I feel more confident and I feel much better today than that day when we had a fitting session. I think I'll enjoy more playing with Taylormade.
So I think, guys, just to conclude there, if you're not sure after having a fitting in the net, do what Toheed's done, maybe try it outside in real conditions.
Absolutely.
We'll see you next week, guys.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.